The trouble with most luxury nameplate SUVs is that many of them are very big, but not so the BMW X3, which has been extensively revised for the new model year. Although the X3 looks a lot like its bigger X5 stablemate, it's really quite compact and easy to handle around town, one of its best features. You could also say that it's better on off-road trails, but whether X3s or X5s for that matter get much of that kind of use is another matter altogether. The compact luxury SUV market is much neglected by automakers. Maybe current attitudes towards the environment will change all that before too long. The X3 has quite a long wheelbase with short overhangs, and this contributes to a good road ride on undulating surfaces, with none of the pitching associated with short wheelbases. I usually warn people who buy SUVs, including family members, that they don't handle like sports cars. Don't drive an SUV down a freeway ramp like a sports car, because it will tend to lean more than usual, and you do have a chance in extreme cases of it tipping up. But this one is different. This one drives just like a BMW 3 Series. It's very stable, very agile. I would dare say that a good driver on a track would get this around there just about as fast as a sedan. It's reasonably trim, smaller than a Lexus RX 330, but roomy nonetheless, and it fits my personal SUV tastes more closely than the bigger trucks. It's actually 30 centimeters shorter than a 5 Series sedan and a shade longer than a 3 Series sedan. For 2007, the X3 got something of a cosmetic workover, plus some more power under the hood, something buyers were asking for. The old X3 was far from gutless, but automakers are quick to hike the horsepower if sales start to flag, and this usually has its effect. You don't really miss out on fuel economy with the more powerful X3s either. There are two basic models, both with 3-litre inline 6-cylinder engines. Buy the I version and you get 215 horsepower. If you move upscale a bit and go for an SI, you'll get a fairly hefty 260 horsepower. Whichever engine you choose, it can be spec'd with a 6-speed automatic, replacing last year's 5-speed. The standard manual transmission is a 6-speed too, but I wonder how many X3s go out the door with one of those in our market. One of the features that's been heavily modified for 2007 is the dynamic stability control system, which now has hill start assist, a better traction control, and various enhancements to the brakes. In the cockpit, the steering wheel is new, though the old one was okay by me. I never used a BMW steering wheel I didn't like, but maybe the cars have something to do with that too. There are other cosmetic upgrades around the interior, which manages to look a lot spiffier than that of the earlier rig. There were one or two grumbles among the media about the ambience of the first X3 interior, but this problem has been addressed now. One of the things BMW did when they decided to upgrade the interior of the X3 was add a lot of wood around the cockpit here. It's very good quality wood, but it's not my kind of wood. It's rather dark and dull and dreary. It doesn't look like wood at all, really. It looks like some kind of black plastic. Quite frankly, I like a lighter wood. I like my wood in vehicles to look like wood. It's possible you can order something better than this or more attractive when you buy your X3. I wouldn't know that, but they usually have a fairly good choice. One thing I like about the interior of this X3, the controls and instruments, is that they're very simple and straightforward. Now, thankfully, it doesn't have the dreadful BMW iDrive system with its navigation system here that everybody finds so awkward to use, difficult to get to know. This is very straightforward. Two big dials here, everything there you need. There's a nice radio system here, stereo system. It's very easy to read, very straightforward, everything easy to reach. It may not impress a gadget freak, but it sure impresses me. The X3 is something of a masterpiece when it comes to interior stowage spaces. There are big door bins, there are bins all over the place. There's even a bin here right in the middle of the dash, which is quite deep and fairly useful. This is a very satisfying small SUV to drive, and should pick up some significant market share as buyers look for greener vehicles. It's got almost as much room inside as the X5, but has a much smaller footprint on the road. In general, the new X3 offers better value all around than the old model. It's tidy, stylish, and very much a BMW. Especially gratifying is the build quality and the general feel of the vehicle. BMW's original aim of making this a 3 Series of the SUV world seems to be more applicable than ever, and not too many buyers moving from the sedan or coupe market to the small BMW SUV will find they've taken a step back. Base price of an X3 3-litre I is $45,300, and 3-litre SI costs $50,900. This BMW may be small, but it's not cheap. But if you shop the market for a luxury compact SUV, you'll find this is about the only one out there. For the new driver's seat, I'm Tony Whitney.